Hey guys, Ryan Wieland, Fish Addictions TV staff member. Vlog number 3 for me today. We are about to hook the boat up and go fishing. Super excited. We are doing something different today. That's why I have this board, which I'm going to flip around in a second. We are doing a challenge. I'm actually taking my father-in-law along. I think I'm going to need help on this challenge. So what we are doing is we are doing 5 fish in 5-hour challenge. Now, not just catching 5 fish. That'd be super easy. We are doing 5 different species. That might even sound easy, but we'll put a little measurements to these to make it more challenging. So you can see largemouth and smallmouth. That's what I do day in and day out. I think those will be easy, which means those will be the hardest ones. I think we all know how fishing goes. 2 pound minimum on those. So we're not just gonna catch little squeakers. We have to get a 2 pound largemouth, 2 pound smallmouth. Still think that'll be pretty easy for us. I mean, that's sort of what I do, as I said. Bluegill and crappie. I do fish bluegills and crappies a ton on the ice. So we're going to lakes that definitely have a ton of them. But we are going to try to catch a 6.5-inch minimum bluegill and a 9-inch minimum crappie. So again, not going, just with a 4-incher on each of those. We're gonna have to catch something that's at least decent size, which I still think we'll be able to check that off. I am stressing about this bottom one, the walleye, the infamous walleye. For me, I have honestly, I kid you not, I have not intentionally targeted a walleye in over 8 years. Don't have any live bait. I don't really have, I don't think I have what people fish walleyes with. We have crankbaits. We're gonna go with crankbaits and drop shots and hope that they can catch a walleye. I think we can do this. I think we can catch all 5 species in 5 hours. I think we're gonna check the top 4 off here pretty quickly, and then we are going to be doing a lot of walleye fishing and a lot of stressing about the walleye. It's gonna be a fun day on the water. We're gonna try and mix it up and do something that's a little more challenging. Maybe you guys can do some of the challenge. A lot of you would probably get it done in like an hour. I think it's gonna take us all 5 hours, and I really don't know if we're gonna do it. We are going to do Major League Fishing style. We are not going to start the timer until we are at our first spot. Maybe that's cheating, maybe it's not. We got a little bit of a drive to the lake we're going to start on. We're kind of making up our own rules. If we have to switch lakes, which we really might have to, as sort of a punt situation for the last hour to try and get this thing done, we're not going to count that time either. So loading, unloading the boat, getting to the new lake. I'll keep you updated on how we're going. Obviously, as we catch fish, we'll do sort of like hour updates as well. I'm hoping we check off these first 4 super quick and then get on to fishing walleyes like madmen. See you on the water. All right, guys, first spot. We are hitting start on the 5-hour timer. I don't know how much you can see it in the sun. I promise you it's 5 hours. We're going to try and check largemouth off the docket super quick. There's a culvert tube up here. Always fish culvert tubes, always fish bridges for largemouth. Fingers crossed we can check this one off in like literally 2 casts. He's gonna go 2 pounds either. Should we weigh him?
Yep. Where's the scale?
In that box, that middle one. He's fat. I don't think he's 2. It's gonna be close. It's probably like 1.4, 1.5. Scale will tell the tale. He's a fat one. That's our only saving grace. Survey says 1.6. It's close. You can feel it literally bouncing off. There's a good one. Alright, here's our 2-pounder. Come on. Easily a 2-pounder. No, we don't have a net in the boat. A+ bass fisherman. Okay, I'll be shocked if this one doesn't go 2 pounds. Survey says 2.8. Okay, we're gonna get out the score tracker. Crossed one off. Bill Dance style. Ma. Okay guys, 12 minutes in. Score tracker update. 4 hours, 47 mins. Largemouth gone. We are going for a smallmouth now. Next spot. All right guys, spot number 2. We should be able to catch a smallmouth here. Drop shotting a few different baits. I specifically am drop shotting a little minnow style bait. Reason for that, not necessarily my go-to for smallmouth, but it will catch them. The little bit I know about walleye fishing, guys fish minnows, so I'm thinking, well, I mean, we're fishing deep rocks. Walleyes live in deep rocks, I think. Maybe I'm sounding like an idiot. So anyways, the hope is we might be able to catch a walleye and a smallmouth at one of these deep rock spots. So fingers crossed, we'll see. All right guys, so negative update. We are about an hour and 10 in now. Not good. We have not caught a smallmouth yet. Fairly confident we were gonna catch one easy at that spot. Didn't happen. Probably wasted more time than we should have. It's on me. We're shooting across the lake, going to another little shallower rock clump. Maybe, maybe we can catch one off of that. And then it's close to where we want to catch bluegills and crappies. So fingers crossed we can pop us on all super fast and be back on track. Because as I said earlier, we're gonna need a crap load of time to catch walleye. We can't be wasting time on smallmouth and the other fish. So, but hey, that's fishing. We're gonna shoot across here and see what happens. Oh yeah. Yes. That should be our 6.5 inch bluegill. It's a nice one, actually. Really nice color. Put him on the tape, we'll see. Get out the trusty dusty measure. Oh man, I just realized my tape measure. Okay, panic. Tape measure starts at 10 inches, but I can measure 10 to 20. Had a little bit of a internal crisis right there. This guy is 8.5 without pinching the tail. Cross another one off the board. Crappies next. We are fishing a deep weed edge. It's like 14, 13 foot. I can see the weed edge on live scope and just pitching right up to it. Lost 2 this size right before it. Caught this one. We're about to check another one off the board. I'm gonna do a time check, give you a little update here. Let that guy go. So we are at 3 hours, 3 minutes to go. So score tracker update. Bluegill gone. Time left 3 hours, 2 minutes. On to the next. The smallmouth wasted way too much time for us. We still have to catch one obviously, but we're going for crappie next. Bluegill was super easy. About 5 minutes of fishing on this weed edge. That one was crossed off. So crappie next. We can catch smallmouth. We can do it. We've caught about 20 smallmouth. Of course, nothing's been 2 pounds, which is rare for this lake, but it's what's gonna happen when you're doing something like this. So crappie time. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Yes! Woo! I was saying oh god because it's barely hooked. We don't have a net. We didn't think we were gonna catch a crappie because where we've normally caught crappies out here was no good. I don't know if it's 9 inches. I think it is. Really, really nervous right now. Really nervous. Oh boy. Tail of the tape. It is. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold it up for you guys to see. Nose on 10, tail on 20. Yes. Okay, we're gonna cross another one off the board here. Let's do a time check and a board check. We are at 2.5 hours to go. So we're basically halfway in the 5-hour challenge. We're just gonna put 2.5. Fish. Crappie off the board. Smallmouth and walleye. We're going smallie fishing. And I'm gonna be honest, we're going walleye fishing as well, hoping that something is living with the smallmouth. I mean, they kind of live in the same area. Throw some deep cranks, drop shot minnow baits, throw some little fish head spins, little swim baits. We are going to make it up, and we are gonna have to get lucky with only 2.5 hours to go to catch a walleye. But hey, we're not quitting. We have 3 of the 5 off the board, and we still have plenty of time. Hooked up on a big smallie, deep. We just moved to another deep rock pile. Easily a 2-pounder, not even one we left away. So if we get this one in, we are crossing another one off the bucket. Oh man, dude. That should do it. I mean, it's not a giant, but hey, we needed a 2-pounder, so we will throw the scale on them just for official scoring purposes. And the scale says, it's gonna say 115 just because I said it's as easily a 2-pounder. 2-2. We are at 2-2. I thought it was bigger. Maybe it's just because I'm super excited. I finally hooked a decent one. But that, yeah, it looked way bigger in the water. But hey, we needed a 2-pounder. So now what we are doing, we're going to cross that one off. I'm going to check the time here in a second. And we are down to our last thing here. Crossed off any walleye, because we got about 2 hours left, and it's going to take any walleye, because I don't know how we're going to catch a walleye. We're going to start rummaging through the tackle, crankbaits, fish head spins, small swim baits, and probably start side imaging, because I don't even know where to fish. So hey, we got 2 hours. That's what we were hoping for. Cross these top 4 off like I said early on, and then catch any walleye. We'll take a 5-incher. I mean, I don't really care. We are going to fish these deep rocks in here. It's about our best bet for walleyes, we feel like. Boy, that's a pretty picture right there. So, you know, we're gonna drop some waypoints, throw some drop shots, swim baits, super deep cranks, and if a walleye lives out here, it might live in those giant rocks right there. This might be the face of defeat. I didn't have the camera rolling. Because I didn't hit the record button. I just hooked up and I had a 10-inch walleye on. I got really excited, and I started burning really fast because it's like, oh my gosh, we're gonna do it, and the crankbait popped out of its mouth. That's all I got for you. So we are going to spend the rest of our time, like 20 minutes, 15 minutes right here, and try to hook another 10-inch walleye. That's all we can do. So that noise is the noise of failure, not the noise of wake up. That's the 5-hour timer. We ended up not switching lakes. We tried our best. I'll grab the score tracker. You all know the score tracker update. No walleye. So what the score tracker update is, fail. We failed. We failed the fishing nation. No, but we had a blast today. It was super fun to have a crap load of rods on the deck and fish a bunch of different stuff. We actually have fished so many rods today, we put the ultralights away because we did the bluegill crappie thing earlier. We had the fish hooked up. I saw it. I physically saw it right next to the boat and got way too excited. So we had fun. It went very much like I expected. It took a little longer to catch the smallmouth, but at the 2.5 hour mark, we had 4 of the 5 checked off, and we had to walleye fish. I was thinking we'd have about 3 hours at the end to walleye fish. I was semi-confident that we could at least catch a walleye in 3 hours, even though we have no walleye baits in the boat and I haven't walleye fished in forever. It felt like, you know, hey, we'll hook something. I don't know how good of a walleye like this is, to be just completely honest. I've just hooked them out here fishing smallmouth fairly often, especially in spring. So I was like, well, we should be able to go and fish those spots and catch them. All things told, we ended up catching a crap load of really nice smallmouth after we caught the score tracker smallmouth that checked that box off. But we were fishing walleyes, so ultimately didn't matter. You know, hey, try it out. I'm sure a lot of you that are really good walleye fishermen might not even need 5 hours. I knew we were going to need 5 hours, and that might not be enough. It wasn't enough. So we had fun today, though, trying a bunch of different things, fishing a bunch of different fish, and you know, keeping it diverse keeps it fresh, and so that was fun. So I am signing off from this vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed. Comment below if you have any walleye tips. Probably won't use them, but hey, I'm always open to tips. Thanks, guys.